Joining me now from Cibola County, New Mexico, President of New Mexico Sheriff's Association, Sheriff Tony Mace. Sheriff, we say on the golf course that a good bet is reversible. This looks like a good bet reversed, and that is if California and other cities around the country are going to declare sanctuaries for illegals, you folks are saying, hey, we're going to be a sanctuary for guns. Are you doing this just to make a point, or is this the real deal?
This is it's twofold. It's the real deal. We wanted to make a point to our legislature, to our elected officials, that the citizens across New Mexico, we don't like the gun control, the gun grab push that's going on. And second fold is we're here as elected sheriffs. We're here to represent the people and carry that voice forward to Santa Fe, and we want to be able to protect their constitutional rights.
What about the people of Cibola County? How are they reacting to your declaration that you now are a sanctuary for the Second Amendment?
I've had overwhelming support from the citizens of Cibola County. Just at our commission meeting, we had over 1,000 people show up. We had over 1,000 signatures. We had over a 500 people online petition for this movement, and that's what we've seen across all New Mexico. 29 of the 33 counties adopted this same Second Amendment resolution, and just overwhelming people have shown up in support of this.
Is this in response, I think it is, to red flag laws that are popping up all over various municipalities all over the country? And to me, Sheriff, I want your opinion, of course, but I want to set the table. To me, red flag laws violate multiple protections in the Bill of Rights, namely the Second Amendment, obviously, guns, the Fourth Amendment, unreasonable seizure of those guns, and the Fifth Amendment, due process. Do you look at it that way?
That's exactly our point is, we didn't just say, hey, this violates the Second Amendment. It also violates the Fourth. It violates the Fifth. It's a direct attack on our constitutional rights. What we see in New Mexico is they're referring to a constitutional privilege, and that's not right. It's a constitutional right, and we need to take a stand as citizens in New Mexico to protect that constitutional right. And, we're hoping that other states follow suit as well.
So does that mean that when it comes to your county, you're not going to enforce these laws if the legislature passes them?
That is correct. I will not enforce those particular laws. We do have current laws in our state statute that we will use to get to the same point where we need to be. But, these current pieces of legislation that if they're enacted into law, they are a direct violation into people's constitutional rights, and I'm not going to stand for it.
So how does this come to an end here? Do you have a showdown in court, do you think, over this, if you're not going to be upholding what is passed by the state legislature? Does it get resolved in the court of public opinion? How?
Ultimately, I do believe that it will end up in the courts. But right now, citizens across the state of New Mexico, we filed a petition with the Secretary of State to try to get this. The background check is the only one that's been. The universal background check bill is the only one that's been signed, and we have a petition into the Secretary of State's office to try to have that law repealed. If we're unsuccessful there, then we'll take it to court. You
have 33 counties in New Mexico. 25 are out there in public showing support for what you are doing. Obviously, there are other sheriffs who are considered rogue. By the way, how do you like that mantle of being labeled the rogue sheriff of New Mexico?
We're gonna wear it proudly, and we're gonna keep forward and not lose sight of what we're at. And we have 30 of the 33 sheriffs on board with us, and more counties have adopted that resolution as the week has come on, and we're now at 29 counties. So we see the movement going.
And so when you step back and you look at the big picture, as I like to do on this program, do you look at this as a battle between folks who want to revere and protect our constitutional rights and folks that want to tear them apart?
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and what we see here in New Mexico on this particular issues is it's not a political divide. What we have is a divide between rural and metro, and people are coming back and they're saying, hey, we the people, we're a republic. Our elected officials need to listen to what we want, and for far too long we've kind of just sat back and let things take its course, and now it's time for us to step up and hold our elected officials accountable and protect our Constitution.
Some states, a lot of them red, are out there protecting Second Amendment rights. Other states, a lot of them blue, are trying to strip constitutional rights. That would be the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. In our federalist system, the good news is we have the ability to choose which state in which we inhabit. So we can choose to inhabit a state that is very pro-Bill of Rights, or we can choose to inhabit a state that's not. So, Sheriff, keep being rogue, and we appreciate you being on the program. Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.